Fanservice in animes became a pretty heavy debated topic. Fanservice can be two characters fighting that people have always wanted to see fight, or it can be two other things kinda in your way. And in this video, we will be talking about the latter, the fanservice that usually makes people uncomfortable.
Who's made uncomfortable by this? Like, when you go to a beach and you see ladies in a bikini, does that make you uncomfortable? Well, if it is, have you considered, I know this is, have you considered that that is a you problem? And if something makes you uncomfortable, maybe the solution is to stop watching it. No one is forcing you to. Like, no one is chaining you on a chair and doing that thing in Clockwork Orange where they're forcing you to watch the evil male gaze. Like, I understand that as an American, you love LGBT representation and drag kids story hours and Netflix cooties. You know, like, that's fine. You know, like, you do you. You know, you go watch the furries. You go watch the stuff that you enjoy. But what we don't understand, and we're struggling here really hard to comprehend, why is it that you can't be tolerant? Why is it that there can't be a two-way street where you enjoy the stuff you like and you allow others to enjoy the stuff they like? Why do you want to create fan disservice? Like, fan disservice is already prevalent within the American medium. You got like the Captain Marvels, you got like the androgyny ladies, you got like the body type A, body type B characters, like you have those. But for some reason they're not popular, are they? So people go and they watch anime. And this bothers you, doesn't it? It's like, oh, why can't the American entertainment that I support be more fascistic? Dominate the world. Like, why does American morality and American imperialism have to dominate the world? Like no one else on the world, no other country is allowed to create the stuff that they want to create. No, they have to adhere to American standards and American morality. And by the way, when we talk about American standards and morality, it's pretty much twatter, isn't it? It's like the twatter of the internet has to become the toilet of culture for everyone else. But okay, let's hear the arguments. Like, why is it that fan service is bad and we need to create fan disservice?
You know, the fan service that you don't want your parents to walk in on you watching.
First of all, there are parents who already watch this. Like, I know this is shocking and mind-blowing, but there are parents who can enjoy the male gaze in entertainment. Like, I remember watching slasher movies with my dad. I remember watching American Pie with my dad. I remember watching Starship Troopers with my dad. I think my mom was there for that one. You know, like, on Starship Troopers, they have naked tits on television. Like, literally, there's that scene where they go into the bathroom and the women have naked tits. You know, just like in Game of Thrones or like Spartacus. Oh my God. Oh, I know. Horrible. Do you want a hug? Do you want a hug? Do you want me to hold your hand and tell you that's okay? Because you know why? Those shows were made for adults. In other words, you see, the Japanese people, they're not as uneducated like the university professors from the Academia of California. No, these people actually understand capitalism and they understand how the market works. You see, when they create entertainment, they're not like Disney and they're trying to create something for absolutely everybody. No, they have actual 4 genres. They have the shonen, which targets primarily young male audiences. They have the shoujo, which targets young female viewers and it focuses on romance, like Sailor Moon, for instance. Then they have the seinen, which targets adult men, stuff like Ghost in the Shell, Berserk, Tokyo Ghoul. And then they have the josei. Now, of course, you know, like if you are a concerned parent and you can say that your young boy, which is at the age of 18, is watching My Hero Academia, and you're like, oh, that is unacceptable. There is cleavage in My Hero Academia that terrifies me, like the evil, heteronormative, cisgender, patriarchal male gaze is on display. Son, avert your gaze, do not watch that. Instead, you need to watch Netflix. Instead, you need to demand more LGBT representation in your shows. Avert your eyes, the male gaze. You know, like if you want to be that person that's like so morally outraged over the fact that you see like the traditional conservative styles of heteronormative beauty, and you want like more the plump manifestations that America displays, that's fine. You know, like you do you. But what I don't understand is why you are so shocked and so outraged, and you need to make videos and justify like, no, actually everybody needs to be like me. Everybody needs to like the stuff that I like because the stuff that I don't like is harmful. It destroys societies. The Roman Empire was destroyed because they watched shonen anime. And let's talk about, you know, like making people comfortable. Okay, do you think like LGBT representation makes people comfortable? No, legit question. Because what I think is that some people like it, some people don't. Like, for example, China doesn't like it, right? So, do we need to adhere to the moral standards of China? Because if they don't like something, does that mean that America shouldn't create it? Like, China has a lot of people. It's got billions of people. And the answer is that Hollywood does believe that we should adhere to the moral standards of China. If you look at American TV shows, like almost every single American TV show has LGBT representation, right? It's progressive. It's enlightening. But unfortunately, when you look at American movies, especially Disney movies, they don't have that many LGBT characters. Why is that? Well, it's because China pays the homophobia tax. Like, you want to do business in China, you need to make sure that your movies adhere to the guidelines. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's right? So, because some people don't like it, no one gets to do it. Now, let's talk about, you know, people feeling uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, yeah. When I grew up, there was this big scandal that in Dragon Ball, it had an episode where, again, like it's fan service, right? But you consider it not to be worthy of conversation because it's violence. Like, according to Americans right now, gore and toilet humor, that's fine. Just don't show a cleavage. Like, we're not even talking about porn or no, just don't show a cleavage, right? Unless it's on Twitch and some girl does it on her breast, that's fine. If Jeff Bezos makes money out of that, if it's all OnlyFans, that's fine. Just don't show it in anime. Okay, so as I was saying, when I grew up, there was this episode in Dragon Ball, very famous one, where Frieza, turning into his second form, impales Krillin in the chest with his horn. Right? So he penetrates Krillin and then starts bouncing him on his head. Right? Like putting that horn through Krillin's chest in and out. And that episode made many people uncomfortable at the time. Like, they weren't uncomfortable when Goku pulled down Bulma's underwear. Even though Goku was like 5 or 6, it was done for comedic purposes. So that was actually on TV. Like, they had no problem with that. It's just that people were uncomfortable because of the high level of violence that Dragon Ball had. Now, my take on this is that there should be something like, I don't know, the ESRB rating? Oh, what an invention, right? And it should gate people based on the content of the show. So like, if something contains scenes of extreme violence or scenes of nudity or sexuality, then you may place a label on the box and say people who are under the age of 16 shouldn't watch this without parental supervision. If something contains the worst thing that traumatizes America, an anime girl kissing or holding hands, then you can say people who are under the age of 18 shouldn't see this. And if something doesn't contain anything, then you say, well, it's PG-13, like everyone should be able to watch. You know, what do you think about my concept? Do you think it's great? I think it's lovely. You know, we should actually do that. And then people get to pick and choose what they want to see. How about that? Do you want a free society? Of course not. You want fascismus, don't you? You want like, what I like should be imposed on other people. I want to force other people to only enjoy what I enjoy. You know, like if we're talking about sexuality, because this is something that I hear a lot of content creators and a lot of people on Twitter go like, well, I don't like this. It has boobies in it. What do you like though? No, seriously, like, do you not think that human sexuality should be explored in art whatsoever? It's a legit question, right? Like we had this since ancient Greece when people used to go in the theater and they would watch those plays, or you know, Shakespeare, for instance, has themes regarding human sexuality. So my question is, are we allowed? Do you allow us, right? Gatekeeper of knowledge, do you allow the public to have access to scenes that are depicting human sexuality? Now, we're not talking about porn, but we are talking about like My Hero Academia, or those scenes that you showed where a girl accidentally drops her bathrobe, all right? And you don't get to see anything, but it's not as a joke. Are we, the public, allowed to see those things? And if not, why not? And if not, what do we replace it with? What are you into, is my question. What do you enjoy? So that I can know to advocate against it. Because if you're so cruel and so heartless that you're looking at other people's enjoyment and you're like, no, I don't like this, they shouldn't either. Okay, fine, you know, but my question now is, what do you like so I can advocate against it out of spite, huh? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.